So, if you happen to be on the list to receive an official Christmas card from the President and Mrs. Bush, you'll be getting an original design by Long Island resident and artist Barbara Ernst Prey. And she's considered to be one of the foremost landscape painters active in the United States today. Barbara, welcome to Ticket.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
All right, the big question. How does one happen to get the commission to do the White House Christmas card?
Well, I actually had a call from the office of the First Lady, and they asked me back in March if I would be interested in doing the Christmas card. And of course, my immediate response was, I guess you don't say no to it.
I'm sure. And I see from some of the items you brought in, we should of course show what the card looks like, but you had to go through several stages before you actually got to this one.
Right, and to ask how you're invited to do the Christmas card, Mrs. Bush was familiar with my work because I show in Maine, and she has one of my paintings already in the White House in the private residence. And she had done oil paintings for the last 2 years for her cards, and I think she wanted to do watercolor, and invited me to do it, and it was just so much fun. I went down to the White House a number of times, worked closely with her, and as you have in your hand some of the studies that I did for the painting.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you had to go there and actually do some test watercolor paintings.
Right. Knowing with watercolors you can't change it once you've gotten to the end, so I really wanted to make sure that all along the way I was on the right path, so that she wouldn't say, let's just move the chair, and I can't move the chair when the painting is finished.
You would have to start all over.
I'd have to start all over.
I didn't realize that. Now, do you get paid to do this?
No, I don't. It's an honor, and I have to say, it certainly is an honor to be asked to do that by the President of the United States. Yeah. The card goes out to heads of state of all the countries, and friends and family, and people who have helped work with the Bushes in the campaign.
Did I read that 1 million of these get sent out? Is it that many?
I think it's a 1.5 million.
That's a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards.
Do you get to send them out?
No, I don't.
Oh, I don't. That's not fair.
I know.
So, I imagine while you're going through the process and you're having them printed, I know you had to actually go down on press to Hallmark.
Yes, I really.
What's that like?
Well, I wanted to do that just to make sure. You see, the colors are very strong. We chose the diplomatic reception room to do the card, and it's this wonderful room with this great wallpaper that Jackie Kennedy had installed. And it has so much color, and I love rich color, and I just wanted to, Hallmark is great, but just be on press to make sure that the colors are close to the original painting. And it's something that I take such great pride in, that I wanted to make sure that all the I's were dotted along the way.
You were telling me of an interesting experience you had there while you were on press, though. What the printer said to you.
Oh,
I love that.
I wasn't. There are times when you are nervous. Times when you're realizing, oh my gosh, I'm doing the White House Christmas card. This is a pretty scary thing to do, and you get a little anxious. And the very nice man I worked with at Hallmark said, we better get this back to you soon because it is a national treasure. And at that point, I realized that when he ships it back to me, I have to get it down to the White House as soon as possible because I don't want anything to happen to a national treasure in my house.
Gosh, how does that feel that you are doing a national treasure? It's going to be in the White House forever, right? They keep the painting there?
Right. It goes into the White House collection, and right now it's on exhibit at the White House. So if you go down for a tour, Christmas tour of the White House, a holiday tour, you'll be able to see the painting. But it's just a wonderful feeling. As I said, it's such an honor. And then you have to pinch yourself and think, oh my gosh, they asked me. And it's just been such a fun thing to do. It was wonderful to work with Mrs. Bush. She was really hands-on with the card. She gave me lots of space to move and to choose what direction to go in. So it was just a great commission.
And you had a lot of interaction with her, it sounds like.
I did. I went down a number of times. I did a number of sketches. 2 of those are in your hand.
Yes, we showed.
And presented those to her, and then we decided to go with the diplomatic reception room, which actually is a room that when you come in off the South Lawn, it's a very well-traveled room, and it's where the diplomats are received when they come in.
Barbara Ernst Prey, I have to say we are really very honored to have you on Long Island. I mean, you've done such wonderful work. You're known all over the world. It's great. Thank you for being on Ticket as well.